You could have a chance to be a part of the Data Center Moratorium working group and find out how Denver Health is spending your tax dollars. Here's what your Denver City Council members were talking about this week and what it means for you. The pause on data centers was passed in May, and along with it is a requirement to form a working group. The group will help form policy, conserve natural resources, and help protect Denver residents. A major focus will be on vulnerable communities who haven't usually had a voice in the past. Eventually, you'll see some new zoning rules, building codes, and other city policies that will guide data centers in the future. The moratorium expires in May of 2027, but there could be an extension if more time is needed to figure out how Denver could build data centers in the future.
We realize that although it's a one-year moratorium, we are prepared, and we know, and Councilman Cashman said this from the beginning, is that if it's going to take as long as it needs to take, because we want to do the work and we want to do it the right way.
Want your voice heard? You can apply to join the working group. Applications are now open for anyone to join. The city is going to select the full working group participants by the end of October. We'll keep you updated as this program gets developed. Denver Health is back in committee reporting to the Health Committee on how they're spending your tax dollars. Ballot Issue 2Q was passed 2 years ago, and your votes approved a 0.34% sales tax increase. And since then, Denver Health has seen about $67 million in 2025 and 2026 from that tax. And that's expected to rise to about $72 million in 2027. This year, the hospital wants to use that money to increase access in high-demand areas and expand access to how and where you get health care. There's going to be about $35 million going to emergency medicine, $15 million to primary care, and $13 million will go to mental health. Denver Health is looking to the future so they can keep providing care to you and your families. Costs are increasing, and there's a rise in uninsured patients. And due to changes in Medicaid enrollment, even more patients without insurance are expected to get care in the coming years.
With people being uninsured, they're going to delay care. They're going to come to the emergency room. That's the wrong place to get care for 2 reasons. They're sicker, and it's much more expensive to deliver care in an emergency room than it is in one of our community clinics. That is really concerning to us. And as I said, healthcare expenses are growing at double-digit numbers.
The good news is that Health Committee sent to the full council a 3-year extension to the sales tax collection program so they can keep helping the people of Denver. If you live in and around 5 Points, your neighborhood is going to be changing. The Transportation and Infrastructure Committee got an update on the Welton Next Steps Project this Wednesday. The neighborhood has seen challenges with transportation, a lack of public space, and economic growth. To help, the city engaged with community. What they found is that people want to see reliable public transportation and safe, vibrant neighborhoods that helps promote an active local community. The next step is figuring out exactly how to make that happen. Denver has hired a consultant group to put together some ideas to see how they might work, if they're affordable, and if the logistics will work. From there, they'll advance 1 or 2 proposals for a more detailed approach.
And then, as I mentioned, the contract will wrap up with preliminary design probably around next summer. Then this timeline also kind of shows the bigger picture. So after this plan wraps up, we would still need to seek funding before we can go into design and construction of the final solution for Welton.
What do you want to see? You'll have the opportunity to let the city know at the next public meeting on August 27th. We'll see you there. Thanks for joining us on The Gavel. Check back every Friday for more information on what's happening in Denver. If you want to get engaged in what's happening, City Council meets every Monday at 3:30 and committees meet Tuesday and Wednesday. Sign up for the newsletter and stay up to date. Council and committees meet at the City and County Building. You can also watch live on Zoom or Denver TV. Log on to denvertv.com or find the app in your app store. And don't forget to follow us on our socials for the latest on what's happening in your city.